Hello, hello, and welcome back for more boredom and bitching down in the blackened barrows and blighted byways of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. And man, last episode with the drowned crew has me feeling just positively Dr. Seussian. And while every boar in Boringville loved the drowned crew a lot, the perfidious Pete who fought them most certainly did not. Was he annoyed, perhaps, by their incessant healing, or irritated, per se, by their seeker-stealing? Only one thing is sure, those fucks gotta die, so let's take a big knife and stab out their eyes. I hate the drowned crew. Also, somewhere the ghost of Theodore Geisel is weeping. Not because I butchered his verse, though I did do that. That shit wasn't even close to Anapest tetrameter, which is what Dr. Seuss wrote most of his stuff in, but probably because Dr. Seuss is still despondent over breaking his first wife's heart so hard that she killed herself. Yeah, turns out the life story of Theodore Geisel, old Dr. Seuss, not as kind and endearing as you might think. Yeah. Cheating on his wife, who was sick. She wound up just broken and bitter, killed herself. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't focus on... Maybe that's the thing. Why is that what you focus on, Pete? Why is that the part of Theodore Geisel's life that you choose to focus? I don't know. It's a good question. It's wrong of me to do it, but the bitter grind of fighting the drowned crew last episode is it's got me in a dark mood. And just, you know, just like Theodore Geisel's constant infidelity ground down the mood of his sick wife a little bit. Plus, you know, when he wound up marrying the trollop that he was cheating on his wife with, he made her send her kids off to boarding school, sort of never to be seen again. Dr. Seuss was kind of not that great of a dude. Fantastic poet, though. Just, you know, maybe don't marry him is the only thing. So we're gonna go for the drowned crew again, as much as I regret it. I do think with a better team optimization, we can probably get these guys taken. So let's sort by rarity. There we go. Yeah, don't worry, Reed Richards. You're not going anywhere near that dungeon, because you are definitively the wrong man for this particular job. Who are we gonna take? Well, we don't really give a shit about Swamp Thing. So let's take him down in there. He's got rabies, which is fine. Vampiric spirits, which is... yeah, not really a big deal. Who's gonna go with him, then? We need some kind of frontline tanker. I'm thinking maybe... I wouldn't mind getting a Clark Kent. We just want damage. Damage is really... You will not serve with this creature. Oh, right. You're a douchebag. I forgot, Clark. I'm sorry. We could take Steve Rogers, but I kind of don't want Steve Rogers. Mary Walker, yes, I absolutely want you, Plague Doctor. And that means I think John Constantine is going to be our healer, who also has rabies, which is okay. We just need some sort of frontline face beater. That's what we need. We need a face beater, though, and we don't really have a frontline face beater. How well do you work out of the front position, though? I mean, are you okay from number one? You can't manacle from number one, which is bad. You can't beast bile from number one, which is bad. In fact, you can't do anything in your... We gotta have a frontline face beater then. But they do have to kind of be a face beater, which means the only game in town sort of would be you, but you also won't... I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I didn't think so. So it would be... We could take a bounty hunter would be the only game in town, and patently we can't do that because I'm not going to fight a massive boss with a level 3 bounty hunter. Which means it's either Nick Fury or James Harper. That's like all we got. Colonel Fury is a badass. We all know this. Is he going to be really useful against the drowned crew, though? I kind of feel like not really. Speaking of which, we may need to look at some abilities here. That penalizes dodge, which isn't a big deal. It does mark a target, but that's not going to be useful for anybody in this crew. You have a stun. You know, I mean, I suppose it's okay. It's not going to work on the drowned crew. Demon's Pull, also not going to work, although it does clear corpses. Weakening Curse is not really helpful. Abyssal Artillery will at least do damage. Sacrificial Stab, we can't throw from the back rank. What if we had John Constantine work out of the 3-hole? And then we have Mary Walker go from the 4-hole, because, you know, anything will do. We can actually do that. Then we can at least get some sacrificial stabs off. It does do, I mean, it doesn't do great damage, but it does some damage. I'm not sure if this team has more damage, actually, than the team we took last time. I was really counting on some frontline face beating out of Clark Kent, but we're not going to get it. We can use Hound's Harry. We can't use Hound's Rush from the number 1 slot. Target whistle's not going to do us any good. Guard dog, lick wounds. We could blackjack over and over, but that does terrible damage. I mean, it's going to have to be either Steve Rogers or Nick Fury. One of the two. Colonel Fury, you know, Mace Bash doesn't do terrible damage, and it does have a good crit chance. Fellow. Gives the enemy penalty to dodge. That's not really useful. Bolstering is actually okay. We could command, which is... You know, command is actually quite useful, and we never use it. Okay, let's try this. Let's take, instead of Rampart, because we're not really going to need a stun, let's equip Crush, and let's go... We're going to grab Colonel Fury. We're going to go blow a little Fury-esque cash. You will spend money. Tired of these not having money on this goddamn quest, Pete. I don't know. That was like the worst Colonel Fury of all time. My heart's not in it. This is what the Drowned Crew has done to me. They've sapped my will to survive. Also, Nick Fury has camping skills that he just doesn't even have equipped. What do you got here? Encourage is good. Pep Talk, meh. Maintain equipment is pretty good. Tactics is also really good. We're definitely keeping Tactics. Instruction, bonus speed, nah, it's not really that good. Weapons practice, what if we go with Maintain equipment instead? And then we do have to go to the guild and try and up Mace Bash to be like a useful damage source for us. So that's going to set us back a little bit of coinage. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Swamp Thing is level 5 equipment. Nick Fury's got level 5 equipment. Mary Walker, level 5 equipment. John Constantine does not have level 5 equipment. So we're going to have to go to the old blacksmith here and kit John Constantine out. That's going to set us back 8 grand, which is a little unfortunate. We also need to double check John's skills. Yep, just as I suspected. Not fully up to snuff. Vulnerability Hex. Would we rather weaken these guys or mark them? This lowers their base damage, but... You know, I mean, a boss is going to be so resistant to debuffs, it's not even funny. Mary Walker, you have level 5 skills across the board, right? You do. So this is the team, then. I think they've got the soup. Let's find out. Is it going to be Campbell's Chunky style? Are we going to get something delicious? Are we going to come in with, like, some cut-rate piece of shit soup like cream of mushroom? I'm sorry, you take your cream of mushroom soup and you stick it straight up your ass. Nobody likes cream of mushroom. Nobody. What do we want to give old Colonel Fury? Well, the dodge and riposte does work pretty good for us. I don't see any reason to try and thwart that. Dodge and riposte, it's our go-to meta. We stack him up with dodge. 33% dodge, which means he's going to have a whopping 48% dodge as long as our light is above 75. I find that to be highly acceptable. What do we want out of our abomination? Well, we always go with the abomination's lock, and I'm beginning to think maybe... I mean, we almost have to do it, because the stress is problematic. We'll try and keep him untransformed as often as possible, and I think in addition to that, what we want to go with, just something that gives him big damage boosts. Bonus virtue chance is interesting, but not a necessity. Stress. The Ancestor's Candle, bonus damage, bonus speed, bonus dodge. It does also give us bonus stress, but you know what? We have a stress heal, so I'm okay with that. John Constantine. Once again, we have come to the epitome of uselessness because there are no decent trinkets for an occultist. There's nothing good. There's nothing that works for an occultist, really. The Ancestor's Pen, surprisingly, is one of the better options for him. What we'd really like to do is just give him something that gives him a bunch of extra healing. Which is difficult, because we can't give him, like, the Book of Holy Healing or the Sacred Scroll that we give our Vestal. We can give him a bonus stun skill chance and a bonus debuff skill chance and a 1% crit chance for a huge penalty to virtue, which I don't really consider a penalty at all. We could just give him the crescendo. You know what? Let's just give him a crescendo box. Is there anything we can do to make you a better healer? Like, literally anything except for Junia's head. Because that's a whole buttload of stress. You know what? Screw it. Let's get rid of the crescendo box. Let's give him Junia's head, and then counter that with a trinket that gives us a stress bonus. Oh, wait a minute. The Sacrificial Cauldron is 15% damage for only 10 stress. Well, if only that were not healing. Or if only that were healing. Okay, so we want something that's just minus stress. A Calming Crystal is minus stress, right? Yeah, okay, plus 4 dodge, and it almost completely undoes our stress penalty. I am comfortable accepting that. For a Plague Doctor, nothing fancy. The Plague Doctor... See, this is a class that has really good trinkets, because they just get the Blasphemous Vial, which admittedly does give them bonus stress, but is acceptable. Because with it, we just go poisoned herb. Done. Poisoned herb, blasphemous vial, and your plague doctor is too sweet, set, rocked, ready to rock. There, once that's done, your plague doctor is like, yeah, you know what, Pete? Let's go kick some people's teeth down their throat. I'm here. Let's do this. I'm ready. So we get a medium length dungeon. I'm just going to take 2 full stacks of food. We'll probably wind up using it. Let's take a full stack of shovels, because last time we didn't take shovels, we damn near ran out. Couple medicinal herbs, 1 skeleton key just in case, 1 holy water also just in case. We are going to the cove, right? Yeah, okay, we should be good. Let's do this then.
While the greedy dogs slept off their revelry, I hexed their anchor with every twisted incantation I could muster.
So you're kind of a dick then, aren't you, Ancestor? Why did you curse this poor crew of sailors? What did they ever do to you? Did they steal your chest of gold? They stole Kira Knightley from you, didn't they? That's what it was. You had your heart set on Elizabeth Swan, and then that handsome Will Turner sailed into port with his crew of swarthy dogs, and she's like, oh, well, sorry, Ancestor, I'm taking off with this handsome bladesman. You can go straight to hell. So you were the responsible for the curse of the Black Pearl, Ancestor. Now we see. Now we see how it all comes down. And you know what? Didn't do you any good. You still didn't win the heart of Elizabeth Swan.
And drowning for eternity.
All right, where is our drowned crew then? They're going to be the maximum distance from us, which means they could be in one of 2 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, this is only 4. So they have to be here. Excellent. We got a much better draw on the dungeon itself than we did last time, where there was no way to avoid going through the maximum number of rooms. Colonel Nick Fury. How dare you got an empty sack for Colonel Nick Fury? Boy, I'm the dodge and riposte king. Shambler, you can lick my dong. I mean, like, no, Shambler. What do you think? What did you think was going to happen there? Just, what were you thinking? Be like, oh, Pete will come fight the Shambler while he's on his way to the drowned crew. That's a reasonable decision. I may be a fool, sir, but there are limits. I'm a fool. I'm not an idiot. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm not mentally handicapped. Some people out there right now are going, oh, really, Pete? Yeah, you know, I mean, say what you want. I'm a profoundly stupid man, and I make no qualms about that, but, you know, I don't have a diagnosis. All right, then. This is not a bad draw. We got surprise, which is shockingly unuseful here. Beast Bile. Whiffed. I was hopeful we might get the Blight on 2 guys. Not going to happen. So far, we've thrown 2 attacks and done a whopping 2 damage. I'm proud of everyone. Mary Walker, you're going to be doing all the heavy lifting on this entire run, so, you know, just get prepared. Retribution. This would mark us and make the enemies attack us. Let's go ahead and get the retributive bonk out there. We throw the bonk. We want people swinging at Colonel Fury. We did get the sweet stun, by the way, from Mary Walker, which did us a good turn there. Dodge and riposte, Colonel Fury. No, that's supposed to go the other way, Fury. The other way. You dodge and riposte them, not get hit in the face by them, and then, you know, still take the damage. And then whiff on your own. Beast Bile? There, we got some Blight. Alright, well, let's keep that Blight damage working. We should be able to stack ridiculous levels of Blight, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to bring the Abomination on this. We should really be able to put a lot of Blight on the drowned crew. Because we can hit both of them with Beast Bile. Alternatively, we can just shapeshift and kick the holy living shit out of them, too. When we need direct damage, we'll have the direct damage. Since we are rocking with John Constantine, we are going to have to be a little more proactive about our healing than we ordinarily would. But only a little. Nick Fury getting a solid womp there. Yeah, Nick Fury, give you a whomping, boy. Come on up in here. But Nick Fury, give you a smack down. Colonel Fury has not dodged an attack yet. Nick Fury, have you forgotten about the dodge part of the dodge and riposte attack? Because the dodge is an important part of the game, champ. I'm really worried about our stress. I'm not gonna lie. The stress has me very concerned. My one real worry is that we're gonna get so much stress on our way to the drowned crew that we can't dig out of the hole. Now, swapping these 2 is not really that relevant. What do we want to do here? I think we just go for the whip chain. Stepping in front of it. That doesn't undo his barnacle barrier, unfortunately. We can... Yeah, we gotta keep healing. That's why we gotta keep healing, because 3 is not really getting the job done, is it? Nope, not at all. It's not getting the job done. Just go for the bonk. Oh boy, a 3 damage bonk. We'd have been better off to go for the riposte. We got massive damage on that blight, though. That guy's got 17. Well, we don't need to swing at that dude anymore. He's dead. Mary Walker taking a spear to the chest. All right, we should probably focus on healing a little bit. Unfortunately, we can't even throw blight damage. That's real bad. Swap them out. We could have you go for Beast Bile. You know what? Whip this man with a chain, because I don't want to get hit anymore. And we need an opportunity to try and get some extra heals here. We gotta... John Constantine, you are going to have to do better than 363, sir. That is simply not good enough. Command everybody. Bonus accuracy, bonus critical, please. Mostly, we need that critical for John Constantine and his heals. You know what? Whip the chain again. If we can keep this man stunned... Oh, it worked! We got the double stun! It didn't do us any good, because when the stun wore off, we were still, you know, he's still not stunned anymore. But we did double stun him. That was, you know, it was nice. We need to make sure this man dies. Excise the tumor. He called you a tumor. I'm sorry, fish man. You're an unpleasant sort, but I don't really think you're like a cancerous growth. That may be a little uncalled for. You're a cancer on the face of this dungeon. And be like, well, I am a monster, sir, and this is still, sir, a dungeon. I kind of want to pick up this bloody herb because it's worth a lot of cash. We're going to need the bandage. The medicinal herbs, perhaps not. We already do have one. You know what? Here, just get rid of that citrine. We don't want that. Also, you know what? I don't want those busts. I want the cash. We spent a lot of gold prepping to come in this dungeon. Got to recoup some losses, man. We got to think of that bottom line. Got to work the profit margin. I don't Nick Fury. I came from nothing, but I will not end up with nothing. I'm Nick Fury. I'm going to be the president of S.H.I.E.L.D. someday. Nick Fury, are you actually the president of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Goddamn, the whatever the S.H.I.E.L.D. I say I am. If I say I'm the president of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm the president of S.H.I.E.L.D. If I say I'm the suzerain of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm the suzerain of S.H.I.E.L.D. You don't give me any shit, Pete. I run this show. I'm Colonel Nick Fury. You don't give me any motherfucking shit in my motherfucking mission. Alright, fine. Colonel Fury, you're the be-all, end-all, the alpha, the omega. It all comes down to Colonel Fury. Why do I feel like that spot on the floor is suspiciously trap-like? Another empty crate. Wow, Colonel Fury, you're really doing some solid work for us in the finding stuff department.
Wealth beyond measure.
Holy crap, that fish swallowed a lot of really valuable shit. I mean, normally we would just find like old license plates and tricycles in the belly of a fish, but that one gave us our curio back and also like 1,500 gold. So what do we want to get rid of? Well, holy water. So long. Let's burn a torch.
May we find victory.
You know, I'm going to throw these other 3 torches on the ground and take this emerald and that ruby. Torches, Pete. You need those torches. You know, we're going to camp right here. So our light level is going to be maxed, and then we got to go a maximum of 1 room to get to our boss. And we are actually going to camp here. Feast? Oh, yeah. Everybody feast. We need the health. We need the stress relief. So you have 14 stress, 8 stress, and 9 stress. What we really want to do is give as many party buffs as we can. That's self-only, so let's not maintain equipment. Weapons practice, though. Fantastic. Let's do it. Everybody got the buff. So you got bonus damage, bonus crit, bonus damage, bonus crit, bonus damage, bonus crit. Really good. Okay. Tactics. You get 10 dodge and bonus crit. And okay, so we're going to tactics. That's even more buff. What else do we need to do? Anger management. You get plus 20 stress. Everybody else gets minus 10. Not useful. Well, you know, that's actually not terrible, because you can stress heal. Eldritch Blood. Blight. No, we don't need that. Psych Up. 25% damage for 4 battles. And you get a huge stress. You just get 20 stress. How much time does Psych Up take? It takes 4. That's quite a bit. Leeches, the cure, encourage, self-medicate. All of those things are nice, but not necessary. What else could we do? Unspeakable Commune. Prevents nighttime ambush. You know what? It's worth 7 stress to give to prevent a nighttime ambush. I'm comfortable with taking that level of... That's a fair trade.
The match is struck.
All we got to do now is walk 1 room and kick the holy screaming shit out of the drowned crew. At least this is not a bunch of stress-causing units. I was really worried we were going to run into never mind. I was about to say I was really worried we were going to run into a bunch of stress units, and then, yep, then that happened. So, why don't you guys take a little siesta? We also forgot to restore our party order. You know what? Just transform. This is also going to give us stress. But if we can get massive damage out of this and get this fight over with quick, I think in the long run it probably saves us time. We damn near one-shot this salty gouge boy. Yeah, enjoy that. You're not going to do crap. All right, what do you got here for us? Little, you know what? Here, do this. Big shot from John Constantine. That was a thunderous wallop. Gonna squirt a little juice at me. You know, it's not the first time Perfidious Pete's had a little juice squirted his way. Yep, this is a dead man and a very injured man. So Mr. Shaman doesn't get to do anything because he's done. I think we just go ahead and let's rage. You know what? Let's rage. Let's rage. We only got 5 damage. The protection on those snails is out of control. John Constantine takes 8 damage. Thank you for pushing our party back in a more reasonable position. I appreciate that. Why don't you heal yourself, John Constantine? You took 8, undo 8. You smash a snail in the face, please. 2 damage is good enough for Colonel Fury. That's got him a kill. This man's gonna drop dead. This guy is very close to death. We really just need to hit him with anything. Let's transform ourselves, though. And then what are we gonna do? That gives us a little bit of a self-heal. And you know what? Stress heal. Even if it costs us taking a swing from this guy, which it's not gonna do, it would have been a worthwhile trade. But instead, we don't even have to worry. That man drops dead on his next round. Is anybody hurt at all? You're down 2. You're fully healed, fully healed, fully healed. All right, well, if you're down 2, take 4. And, hey, what the hell? Give us a shout. Tell us how you're President of S.H.I.E.L.D. I am President of S.H.I.E.L.D. Colonel Nick Fury, S.H.I.E.L.D. President. All right, please restore my party to their proper order. This I appreciate. Now, let's go forth in battle. No more hallway battles. I got a boss battle to fight. I don't need to be taking any more ridiculous stress. Well, at least it's a satchel. We probably won't find anything bad in here. In fact, we found loot.
Packs laden with loot.
Got some extra food. All right. Torch level maxed. This is our moment. Let's do it. All right, Drowned crew. This time, the Perfidious Pete is coming for you. All hands on deck. Okay. Hitting this man with anything early is a waste. But this, why can't I hit this guy? Oh, because he's in front. What if we stun him? What's his stun resistance? 95%. What's our stun chance? Really bad, and we have no bonus. That is not going to work, in fact. So you know what? Do this. This guy wants to fight. Fight me. You want to fight? Fight me! How do you like them apples? That's some vicious damage. Now, this guy has a huge amount of protection, but he heals himself fully as soon as he throws his anchor. So you know what? We're just going to focus throwing. We're going to throw as much damage and blight on that guy as we can. This is a damage race. Holy shit, pickles. Was that a thunderous wallop from Nick Fury? Here comes the boarding clutch. Couldn't have happened to a better target. You know what? I'm thinking sacrificial stab. Big ol' whiff. John Constantine does have rabies. They seem to be doing some little bit of work on him. What do we take there? Something that we resisted. Here comes Heave 2. He's going to grab Nick Fury. All right, Nick Fury's got the debuff, and now we got to bash Colonel Fury out of here. But this is exactly why we brought the Abomination, because he can continue to work this guy over and still do damage to the Drowned crew. This guy has 29 health, though, which is quite a bit. Let's go ahead and throw one chunk of plague on this man. Just a little bit. 6 stress. Yes, yes, Colonel Fury. More importantly, though, that guy's getting healed. That's what we got to stop. We got to stop those heals. Colonel Fury still gets to swing. You know what, Colonel Fury? Save yourself. There you go. And that made our Blight Chuck completely irrelevant because we did so much damage with just our regular shots. We probably won't do that again. Turns out that's going to be completely unnecessary. Anybody, you know, I'm going to forego healing for an extra 13 damage. Nobody's really that banged up yet. Okay, I rescind that. We're going to have a problem if Colonel Fury gets up to the point where he's looking at all hands on deck. Oh, son of a bitch. That is the worst shuffle of all time. So if we slam, that moves us forward 1. That's actually not useful because it doesn't get us in front of our boy. It's also, though, the only thing we can do. This is a stun, isn't it? It has a knockback. I guarantee this guy is immune. Yeah, he's 245% not immune to move, so that's just not going to work. We got to get our Plague Doctor back to the back. What's your... I mean, you could be moved, barely, but this is the only attack we can throw. We need Kernel Fury. Alright, what if we transform? Fine, you want to play it this way? We'll play it this way. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to transform. Hit you with the... Not the chain, though. I wanted to hit him with the Blight attack. We stunned the drowned crew. I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't think they were stunnable. Alright, well, you've got to heal Nick Fury. Because he does have a pretty hefty bleed on him as well. Here comes the boarding clutch. On Constantine, 10 damage. It's not really a problem. Everything runs red. Keep walloping him with your mace there, Kernel Fury. We gotta work him over. Somebody's about to get heave-toed here. Yes, we dodged it! Heave this! All hands on deck. Don't move me again. The force of deviltry. Alright. Well, you want some blight damage here. Take some... Resisted the blight? Of course he did. Stop heave-toing my Plague Doctor. I've had enough of that shit. No more heave-twos on the Plague Doctor. Oh, John Constantine, you selfish douche. Drinking with the dead. That's just a stress attack. If we have a unit that we want to take stress attacks, our abomination is actually that unit. Use a bandage. Keep up with the pumping. Colonel Nick Fury's getting some good damage out of his mace wallop. Warding clutch is dodged. Here comes the heave-to. He's going to grab Colonel Fury again. Colonel Fury with the mad dodge, though. The man cannot... You stop. Knock this shit off. I'm so... Alright, I'm so tired of that. It's not even funny. Give me the blight attack. He's just going to resist it again, though. Yeah, we need to stop doing that. It's never going to work. Drinking with the dead, John Constantine. John Constantine pretty much drinks exclusively with the dead. I hate to break it to you. That's kind of his thing. If the man had a shtick, that'd be it. He spends a lot of time with, like, ghost ghouls and other gribblings of the, you know, his past misdeeds. He's haunted by his own failures. Well, they threw a drink with the dead at Mary Walker. Maybe they won't heave to her this time. Oh, they heaved to Nick Fury. This one did not get dodged. Alright, well, that's bad. That's okay, though. We can still make this work. We can't even transform from this position. You know what? Do this. We're not getting any kind of mileage out of this whatsoever. Constantine, there's no point in healing. Nobody's hurt bad enough. You reject my pact. Yeah. I kind of wish you'd just give into it, actually. Mary Walker takes a little boarding clutch. We've got to get some dot damage on the drowned crew. Having Mary Walker pushed to the front for so long has been a huge problem for us. This stress is also quickly becoming a huge problem. 16 damage. As soon as as soon as Swamp Thing gets a chance here, he's gonna save our bacon. He's gonna do some good damage, and he's gonna kill that piece of crap. Drinking with the dead. A stress attack, not that big of a deal. More stress for Colonel Fury, and he's close to a freak. Like, there's no way we can stop Fury from freaking out. He's probably just gonna be afflicted, and there's really nothing we can do. Beautiful crit from Mary Walker. That's actually gonna be a considerable amount of damage. And Nick Fury is scared. I'm scared. Nick Fury ain't scared of nothing, man. The hell you thinking, Bo? Why can you not transform? He can only do it once per battle. Untransforming him was the stupidest thing I have ever done. Well, I guess we'll just be whipping people with a chain for the rest of the fight. I was unaware that transform had a limit. Or I most definitely would never have done that. That is straight up awful. Yeah, that's really very much not good. As long as you fight Nick Fury, I don't really care if you try and give the rest of the team stress. I'm not that worried about it. At this point, you can do whatever you want to Swamp Thing, including killing him. I don't really care. All hands on deck. You know what? Constantine getting pulled to the front is way better than having our Plague Doctor pulled to the front. Because Mary Walker is doing all the heavy lifting. All of the damage. Except for Nick Fury, who's getting surprisingly good action out of that mace of his. He's getting some pretty good work out of it. Swamp Thing is even making some decent inroads with that chain. He's down to 44 health. We can probably pull this out, despite our own magnificent stupidity. Heave 2? Man, John Constantine can take it. It's fine. I'm more concerned about the fact that he's going to be healing our foe than I am anything else. John Constantine can't swim. 12 damage tick. You're down to 40 hit points. Another boarding clutch. Okay, Constantine is a little hurt, and he's the only person who can heal. Stab this man. 9 damage to the occultist is something. It's not much, but it's something. Alright, chain whip this bitch. 17 damage. And the stun, I wonder if that makes... Nope, it doesn't do anything. Stunning him was completely pointless. Mary Walker, you gotta keep putting damage on that man, though, because we gotta undo the amount that he's healing. And the only way we can thwart his healing is by having you tick for 18 damage every time he gets an action, which is frequently. 10 damage and a bleed for Mary Walker. Now we kind of need to get John Constantine out of his little pickle here. Really wish we had stabbed the drowned crew with that 24 damage instead of that guy. I'm not gonna lie. Another boarding clutch. Now we're getting into danger territory from a damage perspective. God damn it, Fury, you piece of garbage. Move Alex Olsen to the front. I really don't care. That's fine. He's fully capable of acting from that location. In fact, he's just gonna do that. Little stress heal, little damage. Ah, man, Mary Walker is real hurt. We definitely should have used a bandage there before just immediately acting. But this is a damage race. We got to try and pile it on. Let's see if we can knock this man out before he gets a... We can hit him with the Retributive Bonk. It criticaled. We are marked now. Maybe Colonel Fury could dodge that heave too. That would be a thing of beauty. 3 damage. John Constantine is going to be on death's door, I think. It's a sweet dodge from the Swamp Thing! They could finish this at any time. He's down to 14 hit points. If we can get Mary Walker one more turn, we're gonna be fine. All hands on deck. This is real bad. Don't get pulled. You piece of shit. We only need... of course. We're gonna get him down to like a hair's breadth from death. And then it's all gonna fall apart. You can't do anything from the first position. They have screwed us so many times by hitting exclusively our one unit with that same hit over and over and over. John Constantine can no longer cure his bleed, so he's gonna have... Now he's getting healed. If we had just not untransformed our abomination, we would have already won. I am a profoundly stupid man. John Constantine is on death's door and bleeding, and we can't cure the bleed. He's probably gonna do... Oh, he survived one. Alright, you gotta heal yourself, Constantine. Meanwhile, this guy's slowly building his health back up, and we have no real way to combat it. This fight could be over if Nick Fury would just stop passing. It's really all he had to do was just not do that over and over. This guy's gonna heal himself, but I hate the drowned crew. I hate these kind of fights. Fights that are not dangerous, they're just boring. Stop making us fight boring battles. The only real foe here is the dullness of this fucking encounter. We really should have thrown that at the drowned crew. He's back up to 64 health. Well, he's down to 61 health. And Swamp Thing is going to be whatever. It doesn't matter. The Swamp Thing is pointless at this point because we screwed up. We did bust ourselves loose at least, so there's that. Back to... move forward. Colonel Fury finally gets an action, and what do we have to do? Spend it shuffling him back in line. And now we're going to get all hands... You fucking piece of shit! Stop hitting Mary Walker with all... That attack has hit almost literally no one else. They've hit exclusively the one unit that we can't have in first position with the attack that... It's nonstop. This fight hates me. It hates me the way I hate... And John Constantine is back on death's door, but at least he's not bleeding. Could you please go back to where you belong? It doesn't matter. It's going to be all hands on deck again. Heave 2. Yeah, let's heal the enemy some more. Nope. One thing we can't say about Nick Fury, he's been solid about dodging that attack at least. Constantine, heal yourself for another 13 so the next boarding clutch can send you back to death's door. Fuck you, game. Could I resist that one goddamn time? One fucking time. They throw it exclusively at Mary Walker. I hate everything. I hate everything. Every single one has been at Mary Walker. Even when we marked ourselves, they have ignored it in favor of hitting her. Stop hitting my plague doctor with heat. Just stop it. I hate this fight. I hate it so much. It's not dangerous. It's just fucking irritating. We're gonna get him down to the very brink of death. This guy's gonna throw another clutch at us, and we'll be healing the monster again for the next 44 fucking rounds. When we'll have to do all of this over again, even though at no point are we really ever in danger of actually dying. And, yeah, whatever. We're coming out of this afflicted because this fight is the most irritating, stupid shit of all time. Please just let me get one blight attack, though. One blight attack on this guy is all I'm looking for. Stunning this guy is completely pointless. Give me a blight attack, please. I need a blight attack. You know what? We could heal here. I'm going for damage. Good call, Pete. Go for the damage. That was a wise move. We did not break ourselves free. Warding clutch, John Constantine. Ah, critical all you want. He was already on death's door.
The end approaches.
Yeah, the end does approach, because this guy won't stop healing himself, because every time they throw anything at us, it's all hands on deck, and they only throw it at Mary Walker. I'm tempted to just leave Nick Fury trapped and try and beat this guy to death and just outrun the stress. Except he's healing so much, we'll never be able to outrun the heals. Fuck you, Swamp Thing. We won't be able to... We can't. Now he gets more heal that he should not have gotten because this fight should be over. This fight should be over. It should be over. I hate to... I'm so salty about these monsters. I forgot to heal John Constantine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't even care. He's probably gonna die. If he dies, we'll just leave. It's fine. I've had enough of this fight anyway. I hate the Drowned crew. They're absolutely ridiculously unbeatable. The only way we're not going to get all hands on deck, by the way, is if we dodge it. They're just going to keep throwing all hands on deck at Mary Walker. That's all they do. It's what exclusive... Oh my god! They didn't... And we dodged it. Oh wait, never mind. That wasn't even the... That wasn't even the thing I thought it was. Okay, we really could you... Thank you for marking yourself. That was actually quite useful. If you could just hit something on occasion, that would be more useful. How big of a bleed do you have? John Constantine has been on death's door like 8 trillion times, and he's managed to survive them all. You're gonna pass again. I hate you. I hate all of you. Every last single stinking fucking man-jack of you. I hate every last one of you. We have 24 damage worth of blight on this guy. And we're gonna heave too. Well, we're gonna be healing him for another trillion. I hate this fight. I hate it. This is not dangerous. It's just pointless and stupid. It's so fucking boring. Watching the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. This is dull. This is so unimaginably, unspeakably dull. This guy has dodged like 5 times in a row. Also, we should be hitting... Sure, the one guy who could actually have done damage to that skipped his turn. John Constantine's gonna have to heal again because he's bleeding a billion. I hate this fight. That was a big-ass heal, though. Oh, good. We're gonna... Yeah, we should run away then because we're gonna have a heart attack. Well, I guess we'll have to try and find another team to come fuck with the Drowned crew again because they're goddamned utterly fucking unbeatable. So let's just start running away. Retreat failed. It's gonna fail like a zillion times in a row because they won't even let us quit. Actually, that's the thing. We don't want to play anymore, and they won't even let us take our ball and go home. I hate this fight so much. It's so unfun. How is this fun? We fought this guy for literally a half an hour, and at no point have we been in any danger whatsoever. I hate everything. Fantastic. We died from a stress heart attack. Okay. No, it's good. Whatever. I don't care. Nick Fury gonna die from a motherfucking heart attack. Leave this fucking piece of shit dungeon. I hate the drowned crew. I hate this fight. Why does it have to be not dangerous, but unimaginably dull?
You think you know.
I don't think I know. I think this fight is fucking stupefyingly boring. It's so ridiculously dull. I hate the I hate it. I hate this game. I hate everything. I'm done. That's it. No more Darkest Dungeon today. Shut up, Ancestor. I've had enough of this shit. I'm so tired and so weary of the drowned crew. It's not even funny. If you enjoyed this episode, you know what? I'm not even going to finish that sentence. You didn't. It was awful. If you want to see more awfulness because we still have to beat the stupid-ass drowned crew, hey, tune in for another 75 minutes of nothing happening. I got nothing. Thanks very much for watching. I'm amazed that you stayed this long. Benjamin J. Grimm looks the way I feel right now. I'll see you again soon.